Hey guys, today I'm making a tier list on who I believe is going to be on the 2028 Olympic team basketball roster. They just finished a campaign in Paris where they beat France in the gold medal game in a thrilling game where Curry went off. Um, I think there's some key players that are definitely going to make a return. Maybe some unlikely players that might make a return. And I broke this up into four categories, four or five. Let me check. Five categories: prime alumni, lock newbies, old but can, all stars, no chance. Obviously, starting off, we're going Ant Edwards. We're going Ant Edwards, and we're going Devin Booker. These two are going to be the cornerstones of Team USA probably for the next two Olympics. They're young. Anthony Edwards I think, is like 22 or 23. He's going to be 27. At the time, probably top five best players in the NBA. Devin Booker, really good shooter. He's a superstar player for the Suns. He's went to the finals before. Great player. You know he's going to be it. He's a glue guy for this Team USA. He'll have more of a scoring role, I think, in the next Olympics without KD as the main scoring option or Curry or LeBron. But I think these two are for sure in. Obviously, you have to put, where is he at? Bam Adebayo. Yeah, Heat culture, man. You know, Heat culture, they run things in the United States, especially in basketball. They play hard. They're gritty. Bam Adebayo just adds to that. He's been on the Olympic team. He's been on the World Cup team before, the Olympic team prior. Yeah, I think Bam Adebayo will be a huge fit. I mean, he dominated when he was in the game. He's a good FIBA basketball big. And I think them three are for sure. Tatum, I think he's going to come back. Steve Kerr and him have had a beef for sure. Jason Tatum did not look happy not playing some of these games. I think he realized that he needs to move without the ball better, that he has to be a guy who sits in the corner and shoots threes. But in 2028, without KD, without LeBron, will he be that three-man scorer that they've had for the past 20 years with Carmelo, with LeBron, with KD? Or will he just say, I don't want to play in this and screw it? I mean, because he got embarrassed in 2024 by not playing versus South Sudan, where Steve Kerr said, oh, I can't play Tatum because of the matchup. You're Team USA, Steve Kerr. You are the matchup. You set the precedent. You're the 5-time, 6-time Olympic champion in a row, whatever they are. 4-time champions in a row. You guys set the precedent. Having South Sudan make you not play a superstar player in Jason Tatum, even though I'm not really a big fan of Jason Tatum, I think Jaylen Brown's better than him. But regardless, Tatum should have been playing. He can play defense, he can shoot. But I think these four are for sure. And obviously Tyrese Halliburton. Team USA loves him. Nike Basketball loves him. He took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals with the Pacers. The Pacers team was dog shit, let's be honest. They had Miles Turner, who shouldn't be a third option on any team. Pascal Siakam's a good player, but I think their fourth option was like Ben Shepherd or Aaron Nesmith or Obi Top, whatever it was. Anyways, he's a winner. Halliburton's a winner. That's all you can say about him. I think he's going to be coming back for 2028 Olympics. I think he's going to be there for a while, maybe 2026 FIBA World Cup. But he's going to be there. Lock newbies. All right, let's get it over with. Chet Holmgren, obviously. I mean, 7-footer. Bigs are scarce for Team USA basketball. In 2023 World Cup, they had Walker Kessler out there. They had Jaren Jackson out there, Paolo Banchero. Those are the three bigs. That's a problem. That's a big problem, especially because they were young. And Walker Kessler should not be on any Team USA basketball senior team. That's a fact. He's a good shot blocker, but he doesn't really do anything else. And Chet Holmgren can spread the court out, shoot threes. You know what he does. I mean, these guys are going to be an all-star for the next 10 years. He's amazing. He can score to the back. He's a great FIBA big and block shots. Next, I would put Paolo Banchero. I mean, sometimes this guy looks like prime LeBron. Sometimes he's shooting too much or turning the ball over, but I mean, he's 270. They say he's like 250, but bro, the guy's 270, 6'8 to 6'10 or whatever he is. I think he's going to be a shoe-in for 2028 Olympics. He's young. He's going to be probably a top 10 player in the NBA. He's a bull. He has it all. He has to work on his shooting a little bit, but I mean, in 4 years, I think he'll shore that up and be a little bit better. Next, you have to go Ja Morant. Ja Morant's tricky though, because Ja Morant, his basketball game is not FIBA friendly. If you think about it, he's kind of like Derrick Rose. When Derrick Rose played in 2010, when he was getting locked up by Ricky Rubio in that World Cup championship game, like he can't shoot, and teams know that. And if you have a guy that can't shoot, that's a big problem. And I think that Ja Morant, he'll make it, not because he's just a really good player. He'll only be, I think, 28 at the time, but he has a big deal with Nike, and he has his own shoe with Nike. And you know one thing about Nike. In 2008, I guarantee you everybody had those Nike Hyperdunks, those red, white, and blue ones, or the Kobe's, or the LeBrons. In 2012, they had the KDs. I mean, you know they want to make a Team USA edition Ja Morant shoe, and I think that he'll play in the league. He'll play in the Olympic team. Next, we have Cooper Flagg. Yeah, this guy's a monster. I know he hasn't played an NBA game yet. He hasn't played a college game yet, but let's be honest. This guy's going to be the future of the NBA. Top 10 player. He's amazing. He's a freak. 6'10". You saw him in the select game versus Drew Holiday. He was posting up Drew Holiday like it was nothing. Splash. Going between the legs, behind the back against AD. And then against Bam Adebayo was killing versus Embiid, he was killing. You saw the game. Everybody saw him. LeBron James was giving him his props. I mean, the guy's going to be a perennial all-star, superstar player. Cooper Flagg, all he has to average in the next 3 years, because he's going to play in Duke next year, then the next 3 years in the NBA. All he has to do is probably average like 15, 16 points. People see the potential in him. People know he's a great player, but I think that he's going to make a huge difference on this team and in the NBA, on this Olympic team and in the NBA, because he's 6'10", can space the floor out, can shoot. You know what he can do. He's a beast. And I think to round out the lock newbies tier, Cade Cunningham. I mean, this guy's he's injury prone, yes, but he's a good player. He's 6'7", point guard. He can defend. The only thing he can't do really is shoot that well. But the Olympic team likes big guards like Drew Holiday. Steph Curry's 6'4". He's more of a three-point specialist, but he's a big guard. Drew Holiday's a big point guard. Devin Booker is 6'6", and he was guarding point guards. They love the big point guard look. Tyrese Halliburton's 6'7", 6'6". So I think Cade fits in right in with that team, and I think he's going to for sure play in it. He's already played in the Olympic circuit when he was younger. So did Cooper Flagg and Paulo and Chet. All these guys played in that Olympic circuit, which is why someone I left off in the no chance, I don't think he'll make it, even though he could possibly do it. But let's go to old but can. Old but can still make it. Steph Curry, obviously. He's 36 now. He'll probably be 40, 41 around the Olympic time. He's a three-point specialist. He doesn't play any defense. I think if he wants to play, he'll play, obviously, because he's Steph Curry. But you have to remember, the guy got blown by Carlick Jones from South Sudan like 500 times in a row. I mean, I think he's better suited because he can shoot. And a lot of these players, besides maybe Booker, Tatum, are real shooters, as in like someone you can trust making wide open shots. But Curry, if he can still make it. KD, I think there's a big chance he'll make it. KD is one of the Olympic GOATs, besides like Carmelo. He's probably ahead of Carmelo already. KD, I think he's won 5 gold medals now. He loves to playing. He said on an Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul that he wanted to play till he's 45. I think he's 36 now still too, like Curry is, and he'll probably be around 40. But I think he'll if he wants to play, he'll play. I mean, I don't think NBA, Nike, or Olympics will say no to him. He has a personal shoe with Nike, and you know they love making those United States edition shoes, and him selling out jerseys will be a huge factor as well. Next, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is only 31 years old, but he's injury prone. He already won 2 gold medals. I don't know if he'll stick around. Maybe if it's in LA and he's still a Laker and he's like, all right, I'm here already, I'll play. But I don't know if he wants to play. He had a really vital role when Embiid was shitting the bed in the Olympics this year. So I think Anthony Davis can still play, but I don't know if he would want to. I don't know if the desire's there. Someone with desire that I still think is going to play is LeBron. I think LeBron's a shoo-in. I'm not even kidding. This guy, I promise you, he will retire at 2027. If he retires at 2027 and get his farewell tour like Kobe did, he is coming back in 2028 for Olympic gold, the La Tour, the farewell tour, whatever they called it. You know Nike's on his cock. You know Nike wants him. You know Olympic basketball wants him. You know the NBA wants it. And you know who else wants it? NBC and Peacock. Imagine this. 2027 farewell tour. Gone for a year. 2028. March. April. Oh, there's rumblings about who's going to make the roster for Team USA. Who's going to make it? Oh my God, is LeBron going to make it? LeBron's playing basketball. He's on his story playing basketball. He's playing basketball. Is he going to make it? Then you hear it. LeBron announced to make the Olympic team. They do a 10-part docuseries on Peacock. 10-part docuseries on Peacock. They probably pay him around $10, $15 million. You know that he's going to want to do it. That's a lot of money. Even for him, he's making $90 million a year, whatever. $10, $15 million. I'll play for 3 months is insane. I think LeBron's going to do it. I think he's going to come back, take a year off, playing the Olympic Games, and then it's because it's in LA, he's going to play there. But I think that of the 4 guys, I think KD and LeBron are pretty much going to play in 2028. Next, I'll just go by quickly. All-Stars, you know this guy, Villanova. People love the 3 cultures they love. 3 cultures they love in United States basketball. 1, San Antonio. 2, Heat. 3, Villanova. They're hardworking. Then this is just a glue guys, what you want. Josh Hart's in the world. These are the glue guys you want. Next, Jalen Williams. You know he's an amazing player. Brandon Miller. He's a good player, young, 21 years old, 20 years old, wherever he is. He'll be young, but he can still make it. Jaren Jackson and Evan Mobley. Jaren Jackson, Evan Mobley, the only 2 reasons why these guys will make it is if Anthony Davis doesn't play or Chet, Bam, Paulo don't play. They can maybe do 4 bigs and get Jaren Jackson in it. He's only 24. He'll be 28 at the time. But he's a good FIBA big. I mean, he's big. He can shoot. He's a 7-footer. Protects the paint. But of those guys, Jaren Jackson probably has a better chance than Evan Mobley. But he's really an alternate for if the first 3 tiers don't want to play for those bigs. Next, Zion Williamson. Obviously, he's an amazing player. He's a top 10 player in the NBA when he's healthy. If you argue that, you're crazy. I mean, Zion Williamson can average 28 every game if he wanted to, if he's healthy enough and he's fit enough. But I don't think his game translates. He has the same problem as John Morant. You know, bigs can sit in the key for 3 seconds or more in FIBA basketball, which is unlike NBA. So having the big guy there, people swatting the ball off the rim like you can in FIBA and you can't in the NBA, that's a big problem for Zion. I don't think his game really fits. But 3 guys that are for sure not making it. Bronny James, obviously. I mean, the guy's not great at basketball. He's an okay player. Should probably still be in college. Can't really shoot. Okay defensively. I mean, I think they say he's good defensively because he's a little bit stronger than college players. But I think the problem is with Bronny is he has no confidence. I mean, that's what it is. I think he has no confidence. And this guy won't play because he's 31. He's going to be 35 at the time. He's old. He's going to be worn down. He's injury prone. His game doesn't translate to FIBA. He's a foul merchant. He's a decent player. People talk about that Serbia run where he had 8 points or 10 points in the 4th quarter. But you have to remember, the guy gave up 4 offensive rebounds. And he wasn't even guarding Jokic. LeBron was guarding Jokic through the whole 4th quarter. So how can you give Joel Embiid any chance of making the Olympic roster? He was benched two games, and he only played 11 minutes in the championship game. LaMelo Ball, I feel sad for LaMelo Ball because LaMelo Ball is good enough to make the team. He's a great player. He's 6'6". He can shoot. He can defend. He can defend. But the one thing is problem with him is he wasn't on the USA circuit when he was younger, and he signed to Puma. So of all the players that are signed, if you're not a top tier player, if you're not what they thought Embiid was when he's on with Skechers, that they thought Embiid was with Curry, with Ant Edwards, if you're not a top player, they're probably not going to have you on the team. They're probably going to have some Nike guys that they can boost, so they can sell more, and that's why LaMelo probably won't make it. But mark my words, LeBron James is going to make an appearance in the 2028 Olympic team, and he's going to win gold for them. The farewell tour, part 2, because part 1 will be in 2027. The part 2 will be in Olympic run. The last time you'll ever see him. Probably sell at stadiums, and I think LeBron will get it done. If I would have to pick a starting lineup now, I think honestly these 12 are going to make it. Anthony Edwards, Booker, Bam, Tatum, Halliburton, Durant, Chet, Paulo, Ja, Cooper Flag, Cade, LeBron. I think at point guard, it's going to be LeBron. I think LeBron's going to start at point. Edwards, Booker. Sorry, I have Tourette's. Edwards, Booker. And then you go Bam at center. And then you go Tatum in there. Then you do the backups. I think Ja Morant, Halliburton, KD. I think these will play. These 5, starting 5, Morant, Halliburton, Durant, Paulo, Chet, and the Cooper Flag and Cade Cunningham being alternates. I think that's going to be the 12 that's going to make it to the LA Olympics in 2028. And thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, please, if you want. It's my first video on this. I'll make more videos coming up later. Appreciate you guys.